going to be a drop ball, clear possession, blue restart. And you'll notice that the umpire drops the ball here. The team cannot tee the ball up. They're just relying on the umpire finding a nice patch, hopefully getting the ball to sit up. And Urquiza likes it. He's going to crank it first time, and he's found plenty on that. He's absolutely smashed it. Good little deflection there from Riglos, but it's not enough to stop that ball from going through to Pali Urquiza. Pali now trying to come around the houses and work this one back towards goal. Urquiza down in the corner, under pressure there from Riglos. Picked up by Prado. Nice work from Fermin Prado. Can he straighten this one up towards goal? No, he can't. He's left it behind. And possession once again is back with Riglos. He's on a fast one. And he's got a runner. Can he find the pass? He can. Beautifully worked forward here towards Khaled Al-Omran. Can he pick up the bounce? Yes, he can. He hacks that one forward and he's down towards the 40-yard line. Khaled Al-Omran right in front of the goal. Can he find the touch? Oh, yes. Beautiful goal by the number 1 for Ancora, Khaled Al-Omran. There's the replay. He'll be very pleased with that. Did everything right, didn't he? The approach shot was right on the money. To be fair to Riglos, the pass wasn't bad either. But Khaled still with a fair bit of work to do. And you can't leave him, that is for sure. He's well mounted and he's pretty good at converting those chances. Back in play. Benja back in defence with it all to do here at Urquiza, trailing by 4. A little check there has allowed Santos to come in. That's a nice little dummy from Santos Iriarte, and he's worked this one around the corner and got the better of Fermin Prado. The two number 2s working hard on each other, but Santos still going forward here. The 3-goal Argentine still in at it, and he's just left that one behind. Benja has it. And Urquiza gets away momentarily from Riglos. Picks up the bouncing ball. Good work here by Benja. Nice little volley. He's gone left. But Prado may have a pop here on the near side. He's gone for the near side under the next shot. Oh, have a bit of that. What a wonderful goal by Fermin Prado. An absolute ripper. Well, the pass was not perfect on this occasion. Look at the amount of work he had to do. Flat tack across the field, and that's really nice from the 2-goal player for AM Polo, and they really needed it. They were trailing by 4, and the gap now 3 goals. They could do with another one here and get some pressure on this Ancora team, and that's exactly what Pali Urquiza is trying to do. Pali now escaping from the pack. He's gone well wide to the left. What can he come up with? Well, he's not going to get there, and he's nudged that too far and out of play. So clock ticking down to 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in this third. And it'll be Tommy Iriarte with another knock, and he's had plenty. He's going to try and get Ancora back down the other end of the field here and get some pressure on. Tommy with a nice measured cut shot pass out towards Riglos. Gone for it first time, and he's got plenty on that too. Santos has gone beyond Pali Urquiza, and Santos is in here. Can he get this one back towards goal? Santos Iriarte with a very good looking approach shot. He's right in front of goal. Santos! Oh, brilliantly done. Brilliantly done by the white shirts of Ancora. 3 players involved from Tommy. Picked up by Riglos. Riglos downfield. Santos got the measure and the jump on Pali Urquiza, and well, the finish was quite superb, wasn't it? And Ancora Lamar turning on the charm here in the third. It's 7 goals to 3. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first of our 2 games here. Games 3 and 4 today. Match day 2 of this Emirates Polo Championships International. And we have a 4 p.m. clash from the Sultan bin Zayed field, and that will be contested between Bansali and Jengiri. What a great game that's going to be. Make sure you're tuned in for that one. That's 4 p.m. local time, Bansali versus Jengiri. .337 on the clock. Players are just coming back out onto the field after being offered a free change by our umpires here. And, well, AM, having scored, needed to get a couple of goals consecutively, didn't they? But they have conceded again, and they can't quite get enough momentum to get back into touching distance here with Ancora Lamar. Let's see what they can come up with here. Still plenty of time in the match, but they don't want to be conceding next, that is for sure. Who's got it? Urquiza. Nice work here from Benja. Lightning quick there in the throw-in, and he's found a nice pass down towards Alia Al Maktoum, who's on the march. Alia, can she get on the end of this? She's being tracked down here by Khalid Al Omran. This ball is running wide left. Just a little bit too much on it. And, well, how many knock-ins have we seen for this white team? They've had plenty. Be interesting to see the stats. Could well be up into double figures already here. Tommy, once again from the back line, takes a nudge. Breaking right is Riglos. Little glance over his shoulder here from Riglos. He knows he's got a little bit of time. Tommy's gone downfield. Iriarty has gone out to the right. Riglos has used him as a decoy and worked that very nicely, but he's left the ball behind. Have no fear, Santos is here, and Santos has crunched that one up over the top, and he's put it down into a very dangerous area. Riglos is coming through, but once again, the players have been beaten by the ball as it crosses the back line. Nicely worked there by Ancora. And they've come up with some nice interchanges, haven't they? But that one just wide to the right. So AM with the knock-in this time. Riglos back in defence. Goes near side. Back to the offside. He's had, well, he had a shaky start, I think, with a couple of mishits in the early in the first chukker. But since then, he's certainly been performing pretty well here, Riglos. And he's in possession of the ball once again. Finds a nice little measured pass out towards Santos. Iriarty looking to see whether he's going to stick or twist there. He's just looking to see where his teammate was. And they've done well. AM have done really well, and that's a nice backhander, and he's in on goal. Can he find the shot downfield? He can. Lovely hit over the halfway line, and Prado is just trying to chop this one back towards goal. Looks like he's got a little bit straight. Tries to go for the little flick. And he was under pressure from Santos, and the chance is gone. What a chance it was. The approach shot just too far left. A minute remaining here in this third chukker. And the Blues have had plenty of chances. But yet again, it's Tommy Iriarty with a knock-in. And he certainly had enough practice on those today. Riglos switching sides, going to the offside, picking up that under the next shot pass there from Tommy Iriarty, and then working this one back in field. Riglos goes long, very long, and Khalid Al Omran is just trying to change direction and get back into the path of the ball, but he's going to be beaten to it there by Benja. Fermin Prado is there with a nice cute turn, and he's supported here by Pali Urquiza. First bell goes. Pali leaves it here for Benja. Benja will go long, and he's crunched it very long, but Riglos was sitting deep and waiting for that. And he'll have all the time in the world to just come up with this open backhander and chop this one away from the danger zone. It's out towards Santos. Santos takes the hook there on Urquiza and then comes around the corner. Good work here by Santos Iriarte. And he has drawn the whistle at the end of the third chukker. That will be the final passage of play here. A brilliant chukker by Ancora Lamar. They were ahead by 4 here at the break. It's 7-3. goals of the game, Juan Ambrosio. Tommy Billins with a lovely breakaway there. Some good skills. Welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers. Welcome back to Field 2, Match Day 2 of the Emirates Polo Championships International here in Abu Dhabi. As the players come back out onto the field for the start of this fourth chukka in this very well attended 12-goal championships. 8 teams. We had 2 games yesterday. We've got 2 games today. And a very competitive level this season in the UAE, the 12-goal. Great to see so many teams in this one. 8 teams competing. And our chance later on to have a look at the final 2 teams to open their accounts. That's Bansali Jengiri, 4 p.m. But for now, we need a conclusion here between AM and Ancora Lamar. So we had a foul at the end of that third chukka. Santos Uriarte with some good work in defence, and he's earned his team a 60-yard penalty here. And here comes José Riglos from the penalty 4 marker. He's got the height, looks good as he cut it back into the wind. He has. It's a lovely swing and a superb conversion into the wind, that crosswind coming across the field, but it didn't bother him. And Lamar opening up a 4-goal advantage here. Early doors in the fourth. It's 8-3. Which is in fact 5 goals. We're back to the centre. Urquiza. In fact, it's Bravo who's working this one around the corner. He's going to leave it here for his teammate. Benka. Deciding to try and muscle this one past Uriarte. Tommy coming in there on the near side. Pali is there. Loud appeal from Urquiza, but he's not going to get the whistle here. And Santos has worked it around the corner, taken the contact there with Pali. And they're still in contact, so Santos good to make a little turn here. And then he's going to try and release it into the path of his father. Well, that's a bit of a miss-hit. Tommy will have to come back and try and make something happen, but he's got that horribly wrong and the whistle's gone. Spot hit in favour of AM. Benka. It's gone long, very long. Leaking out to the right at the moment. Tommy's just going to shepherd that ball out of play. Once again, AM just sliding past the post. Just been a bit goal shy. They've had plenty of chances, but they have not converted enough. They find themselves really up against it here in the fourth. Tommy now. Right is the call, and he's got that wrong. That one's just gone quite straight as the pony jinked on him as he went to hit, and it's been picked up here by not one but 2 Urquizas. First of all, Pali. And now in possession of Benjamin. Urquiza now puts the hammer down and goes past his man. Benka up to the 60, working this one infield. He's got to get past Santos. He puts the hammer down, goes for the little flick towards goal. Surely this time they're going to score. They're not. Play will continue. Well, they may well now, because Prado has had the ball popped out in front of him, right in front of the posts. And finally, after all that pressure from AM Polo, they get the score. and it's 8-4. We're back in play. Riglos near side. He's found a beauty. A really good under the neck tail shot on the near side there by Riglos. And Tommy's on the end of it. He's gone for goal. But Prado back in defence and sweeps that one away nicely. Really good defensive work here by Fermin Prado, who's had a good game. Putting the brakes on. Santos comes in for the challenge. And firm but fair is the call from the referees there with regards to the contact from Santos Iriarte, and he's come in and stolen the ball away. Prado comes back at him. Good work here by the two young Argentines. Prado now, good skills here on the chestnut as he brings that one away from Santos, but Santos comes back with the counter right off, and the two cancel each other out. Riglos, nice turn. Gets away here from Urquiza. Got some support here, but he doesn't need it, and he's found a drive down towards goal. It's close. He's got it. Riglos on target again here, and he's been blistering here for the last couple of chukkers after a slightly nervy start. Riglos turning on the charm again. He's got another one here for Ancora Lamar, and the daylight, well, it's just too much surely now for AM Polo. 9-4 as they go off to change their pony here halfway through the fourth. Nice views from the drone. This very windy day here on field 2 in Abu Dhabi. Wind's certainly picking up a bit now. And the wind coming across the field, it hasn't affected some very good penalty taking, in particular by Riglos. There you see the wonderful facilities here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. Floodlit polo fields, clubhouses, wonderful stables. It really is state-of-the-art facilities here in Abu Dhabi. We're back in play. Who's got it? Fermin Prado. Alomran came in there for a piece of the action, but in doing so, looks like he has attracted the umpire's whistle with a bit of a right turn as he popped out in front of Benka Urquiza, who was well positioned. It's going to be a penalty 5 spot hit here in favour of the Blues. Benka goes long, route 1. Prado's on the end of it. He's been forced out to the left. In fact, Riglos has got there first. Pali puts the brakes on, spins the corner. He's got Tommy Iriarte waiting for him. Pali Urquiza with a little Harlem shuffle. He's been told to get on with it. And a whistle. Well, there's Urquiza trying to work that ball away from Iriarte and Riglos. Looks like he's earned his side a penalty. The ball has been placed down. Riglos just having a chat there with Matthias Baglieni. He's explaining the foul to the captain of Ancora. And Urquiza circles around at walk. Benka shoots. And Benja scores. It's 9-5. Back to the centre with about 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Big contact coming in there from Riglos. And he's stolen the ball away here from Benja Urquiza, and he's come up with a backhander and he's released Santos Iriarte, who's turning here into space on the grey. Skied that. He's not going to get back to that, surely. And in fact, the ball is left behind here for Benja. Makes a little turning play. Gets man and ball there. Al-Omran was there for a piece of the action, but he couldn't do enough to put Benja Urquiza off. What can Khalid do on this occasion? He's coming in and getting a bit of a nudge on Benja, but Benja still has possession of the ball. Riglos. Good steal by Jose Riglos. Stolen back by Urquiza. He's down in the corner. Time is of the essence here for AM. They need a couple of quick goals to put some pressure on, and it could start here. Riglos with a half steal. Urquiza back in possession. The two number threes having a right tussle. Ali is there for a piece of the action. It's all come to a bit of a grinding halt, and it may well be a melee. And the Whites have escaped with the ball here in a combination of Riglos and Iriarte. Khalid coming through. His pony not wanting to play. And Ali Al Maktoum with a very good defensive play. Picked up now by Santos, who goes from offside to near side and back to the offside. Santos Iriarte now reaching out here on the grey. He's got away from Fermin Prado. It's Santos Iriarte. He's got it. And that will be that, as he smashes that one under his pony's neck. And Cora Lamar have been clinical. They bring up double figures here in the dying embers of this fourth chukker. And they have quite literally blown AM away in the wind here on ground two. It's 10 goals to 5. Ball is back in play. Khalid cutting that one around the corner. Nicely positioned here in defence is Alia Al Maktoum, who comes up with a lovely tail backhander. But just as she hits the ball, the hooter goes to end the match. And the players coming together to shake hands and congratulate each other. But as you see there, the final score, a convincing victory by the team in white. It's 10 goals to 5. Let's have a look at the chukker by chukker progression. Lamar opened up a 3-1 advantage, got pegged back to 3-2 by the end of the first chukker, but they held that lead pretty much throughout. Well, they did. 5-2 at half-time, 7-3 by the end of the third, and they added 3 goals and conceded 2 in that fourth chukker. Final score, 10-5. Well, here are the stats. Field goals, 2-7. That tells the story. Throw-ins, 8 by Ancora Lamar, 5 by AM Polo. There were 9 fouls by the Whites and only 3 by the Blues. 9-3 in favour of AM on that stat. Penalty count 3 out of 4 and 3 out of 3 respectively. There were no corners and no yellow cards. Be interesting to see how many knock-ins that Lamar had, because certainly seemed like Tommy Iriarte had at least 10 knock-ins throughout the game. And that tells the story that AM were just a bit goal shy and failed to convert their chances. Goals of the game. Let's have a look at the highlights reel. Santos worked that one around the corner beautifully, didn't he, with that lovely under the neck shot approach, and got the touch. And there's that wonderful near side running goal by Fermin Prado under his pony's neck. Khalid Al-Omran with a very good approach shot, and then a nice finishing touch. And that was Riglos showing us his skills. And another one here by Jose Riglos. So there you have it. That's the conclusion of our first match. We're going to dismantle and make our way across to the Sultan bin Zayed field for our second game. Make sure you're tuned in 4 p.m. local time for Bansali Jangiri.